Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to take another quick look at the Bold Forms Lone Wolf here, because a few people have mentioned a few things to me in my last video. First being, and this is going to be pretty brief, actually. First being, apparently Lone Wolf or Bold Forms knows how much the instructions suck. So rather than fixing the instructions, you have to go on their Facebook page and go onto their real website and download the PDF for the actual instructions on how to transform the legs. Seriously? I spent $125 plus shipping on this thing. And you guys can't even provide instructions in the box. I have to go download it online. That's bullshit. I mean, that is just straight up bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do it. I'm actually already sold the figure itself to somebody that wants him. And he watched my review on him, so he knows what he's getting into. So I just find that just absolutely ridiculous and borderline disgusting that you charge so much money, you throw such crappy instructions in the box, and then you have to go track down the real instructions and download them online. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, to be honest, but it's kind of a... How can I say this? It's not that big of an inconvenience, but it's just kind of insulting that you couldn't put it in the expensive figure that we just bought. You couldn't put in the instructions. So I mean, and I showed off the instructions in my initial review. So I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's just. This is ridiculous. Although, like I said, I mean, they slide in real easy. Slide in, slide out. And it's not one of those joints where I'm afraid of doing it too often and breaking it, because just the way it's set up, it's real simple to do. And maybe this will help have him stand. Nope. So, it's real simple, and I don't think it's gonna damage the figure at all. Just the way it can pop in and out. Now, I still have the knee problems, as you can see. I'm not sure if maybe you open this up and you can tighten it. But somebody was saying that there's a common hip issue with this figure. But I'm not having any issues with the hips. It's the knees, the robot knees right here that I'm having issues with. My hips move up and down, in and out. There's a swivel. It would have been nice if all of this was ratcheting. But I have no issues here. It's the knee. It's right here, this joint right here that's bending. It's not the hips. It's such a floppy mess that it's like, I mean seriously, that's what he does. I don't know what to do with it aside from taking it apart, but like I said, I sold him. I'm gonna let the person that bought him, he's aware of the situations with him. I cut him a decent deal on him. But he knows the situation, so he'll be able to, hopefully he'll be able to rectify it. And then the other thing that I did miss, because it's not in the instructions, they posted on Facebook, they're like, oh yeah, this is what you're supposed to do, and it's like, really? You can't, there's no pictures of it, there's no instructions? Anyway, so, you take these pieces off, like so, and then you take the gun here, and these will plug in like this, and make like a double barrel gun, which is awesome. Aside from the point of here's his fist, there's the peg, and it doesn't fit. I mean, it's the wrong size gun for this figure. And then they post on their Facebook page, and this I laugh so hard with this. And they're saying that this is for the G1 figure. I mean, are you freaking kidding me? You make a $120 upgrade figure for an update on a G1 figure to fit in either plastic or M-piece shelves, and give us a gun for the original G1 figure that is made from parts from this guy? I mean, what? Why would you do that? That's stupid. I don't have the G1 Motormaster. I don't collect the G1 figures. It's nothing against the G1. I just, I'm collecting updated versions of everybody. I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to yell at the dog. Alright, anyway. But it's just, why would you give a gun for G1 figures with an update? I mean, I like I said, I don't collect the G1 figures. I collect updated versions. I have no purpose for this in my collection whatsoever. It's just, I don't know. The one cool thing about this, though, I will have to say, it looks nice, and if you guys watch my videos for a long time, you'll know I love my hooligan, my first figure I ever purchased with my own money, and he actually can hold the gun. So, if you've got one of the old Cyberjets, they'll hold the gun, although his elbow's super loose. I have to fix that. But I mean, really, why would you do that? It just seems such a ridiculous waste of resources when all they would have had to do is make the plug a little bit bigger, and it would have made a pretty good gun for him. But instead they made it too small, and therefore he can't hold it. And then they're like, oh, well, that's for the G1 figure. It's like, no, you guys fucked up. Admit it. You made the handle too small, and now you don't know what to do with it. So, I'm sure with their next release, they'll probably give us a new handle for it, an add-on for the hand. But ultimately, like I said, I mean, I'm not going to go online and hunt down the instructions to flip these guys up. I mean, quite frankly, I don't want to mess with it because look at the size of this ball joint. I mean, that is tiny, 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 and I already have a hard enough time keeping it to stay on there when I'm not moving this piece. So I don't care what you guys say you want me to do with that. That is way too small to mess with, in my opinion. So I say just take it off. I say don't buy the damn thing. Is what I really want to say. It's not worth it. Ultimately, I mean, on the surface it looks cool, but it doesn't stand. Maybe it's just mine. It's possible it's just mine, but I've actually seen videos of other people that had this problem too, where it's so floppy. Except in his video, he didn't think it was going to affect the combine mode, but it does affect the combine mode more than it does robot mode. And the only thing I could think of is maybe you could take these pieces here and try and wedge them. Let's see, we'll put it back in. Like so. And we'll try and wedge them underneath the... See, and these things won't hold up either. Let's see, we're going to try and wedge these things. I'm sure this isn't the official transformation, but we're going to try to wedge these things under the backpack. And see if maybe, just maybe, that'll give enough pressure to hold them up. So let's give it, no. Let's see what it does here. All right. $125 plus shipping for this. I was just talking to Bobby Skullface how it makes me feel that this figure is makes me think that the engineering on the Hasbro one is so much better. And he's like, no, that can't be. And I'm just like, seriously, he doesn't stand. Oh, I get a kick out of this figure because it's so bad. Wow. This company, the plastic, like I said, is so good. It's shocking on how bad this thing is. I mean, yeah, it's one major issue, but the issue affects the figure so adversely. I mean, this is just, it's ridiculous on how hard this thing affects the figure. It's not kosher. I mean, this I don't. I'm speechless on this thing. This is just. This is something else entirely. Wow. You could hold a sword. I just. I really, really cannot recommend this figure. I don't care what they say is wrong with the hips. Like I said, I don't have any issues with my hips. I don't care how. They could replace the hips for all I care. It's not going to fix the problem. And. I don't care on how detailed the instructions are online. It's still not going to fix the problem. The problem is the knees. There is no fix for that. And I know I'm not the only one that has this issue, but they don't seem to be addressing the issue. So I don't know. I mean, it's a shame because, like I said, the plastic quality on this thing is really top notch. It's top shelf. I mean, it feels like Hasbro material, if not better. Borderline MMC. Just not dense enough. But the knees are just so bad. I just don't know what to do here. I don't know. I don't know. This thing is just. I'm speechless. I really am. I mean, I really wanted to like this thing. I really wanted a new company to come out. I mean, the idea is genius. Oh, we'll make a core bot. Upgrade it so that there's pieces so that you can utilize existing combiners to make your figure complete. Until we can get our figures out. And it's like, oh man, that's such a great idea. But instead we get this. I just, oh my god. There you go. There's my update video. Nothing's better with the exception of the fact that Hooligan now has a gun. He can't hold it because his... Oh, there he goes. Yeah, his elbow's too loose, but... Hooligan now has a gun. That's really all I could take away from this is if you have a Cyberjet, you can buy a $120 figure so that you can give them a pretty cool looking gun. That's what I'm going to take away from this. And Bold Forms, if you're out there and you're listening to this, if you guys want to send me a new one of these guys and with all the fixes, yeah, I'll retract my statements. If you guys fix the figure, I'm just saying, it's an option. I wouldn't mind having a new one that stands because it looks good. It looks good. It just so did the MP Rodimus, but we all know how that one turned out.